Welcome back to Way Back History. Today, we're diving into a delicious piece of the past, the fascinating history of frozen pizza. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and drop a comment letting us know what other intriguing food stories you'd like to explore. Now, let's take a cheesy journey back in time. To understand the origins of frozen pizza, we first need to appreciate the pizza itself. Pizza has a long history, dating back to ancient times when people crafted simple flatbreads topped with various ingredients. But the iconic pizza with gooey cheese and tangy tomato sauce, as we know it today, didn't emerge until the 18th century in Naples, Italy. These mouth-watering pies quickly won over the working-class Neapolitans. Combining the convenience of a sandwich with the deliciousness of Italian cuisine, it remained a local delight for decades. But things changed when Italian immigrants reached the shores of America in the late 19th century. In 1905, Gennaro Lombardi, an Italian immigrant, opened the first pizzeria in America. Lombardi's wasn't always a pizzeria. It started as a neighborhood grocery store. One day, an employee named Antonio Titano Pero suggested they sell fresh pizzas. These 5-cent large pizzas became a sensation, leading Lombardi to transform his business into Lombardi's Pizzeria. Soon, pizzerias began popping up all over the East Coast, often run by former Lombardi chefs eager to create their own slice of the pizza pie. But if you lived outside the East Coast, you were likely missing out on this Italian delight. Fast forward to 1928, and two General Motors engineers, Thomas Midgley Jr. and Charles Franklin Kettering, revolutionized home refrigeration with the invention of Freon. This refrigerating gas allowed General Motors to introduce the Frigidaire refrigerator-freezer combo to the home market in 1940. Before this, folks used big wooden chests cooled with melting blocks of ice to preserve their perishables. As modern home refrigerators became more accessible, local pizzerias had a head start in bringing pizza to American homes. In June 1950, the New York Times reported a Boston pizzeria selling pre-made ready-to-cook pizzas. Customers could take the unbaked pies home and bake them. New York pizzerias soon followed suit. This marked the birth of the frozen pizza industry, even though it wasn't frozen yet. Joseph Bucci, a Philadelphia pizzeria owner, filed the first U.S. patent for frozen pizza. He called it the method for making frozen pizza. Bucci's innovation inspired other pizza makers to create small regional frozen pizza brands. One of the pioneers in perfecting frozen pizza was Jack DeLuca of East Cleveland, Ohio. He experimented with methods to preserve pizza for months at a time and achieved great success. By 1952, he was selling $20,000 worth of pizza monthly. Adjusted for inflation, that's over $223,000 in today's currency. However, it was Rose and Jim Totino who took the frozen pizza industry to new heights. Unable to meet the demand for over 500 pizzas a day at their Minneapolis pizzeria, they established a large frozen pizza plant in 1962. This marked a turning point in frozen pizza production. Pillsbury entered the scene by acquiring Totino's, becoming a leader in the frozen pizza industry. But they faced competition from other big players like Schwan Food Company, which acquired Tony's and Red Baron's frozen pizza, and Kraft, which bought the growing Tombstone brand. Why do frozen pizza brands often sound so sinister, like Tombstone? That's because the Simic brothers, Pep and Ron, originally owned a bar named Tombstone in Medford, Wisconsin. When their in-house pizzas gained popularity, they began selling frozen versions. In the early 70s, the frozen pizza industry faced challenges when the Wisconsin Cheese Makers Association tried to push the USDA to regulate the cheese content of frozen pizzas. Their aim was to increase demand for dairy products as America's cheese surplus mounted. This led to a controversial period where the USDA mandated that a minimum of 12% of cheese had to be on a frozen pizza. Many consumers found their beloved pizzas tasting different and costing more. Ultimately, customer feedback prevailed, and the regulations were abandoned. Throughout the 60s and 70s, frozen pizza largely stuck to traditional recipes, with basic toppings like pepperoni, sausage, and vegetables. Variety in the frozen pizza market didn't really blossom until the 80s. That's when Stouffer's, known for its frozen lasagna and other dishes, introduced French bread pizza. The story goes that an employee discovered Bob Petrillo's selling French bread pizza from a food truck outside a late-night dance club. Stouffer's adopted the idea and created a hit. Then, in 1983, Paul Mirage and his brother David introduced Hot Pockets, a microwavable innovation inspired by the calzone. Their flaky crust and convenient packaging changed the game. Bagel Bites followed in 1985, featuring mini bagels topped with pizza sauce, cheese, and various toppings. A catchy jingle and a little help from skateboard legend Tony Hawk made them a hit among kids. Around the same time, Pillsbury introduced the Scepter, a game-changing invention for microwaving frozen pizza. These shiny, gray pieces of cardboard helped reduce cooking time and made items like Hot Pockets and Bagel Bites possible, though they also had a knack for burning your fingers. The biggest leap in the frozen pizza industry came in 1995 when Kraft Foods introduced DiGiorno. DiGiorno's patented rising crust made it a game-changer. It quickly became the world's top-selling frozen pizza brand, thanks to clever marketing and delicious results. Looking ahead, the future of frozen pizza is uncertain. Innovations like cauliflower crust aim to make frozen pizza healthier, but some argue that pizza is meant to be indulgent. Until someone figures out how to recreate the pizza rehydration scene from Back to the Future 2 for the consumer market, we might not see another revolution in frozen pizza anytime soon. So, what's your favorite frozen pizza? Let us know in the comments below. And while you're at it, check out our other Way Back history videos for more tasty tidbits from the past. That's it for today's Slice of History. Thanks for joining us on Way Back History. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a delicious piece of history. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the fascinating stories of our past.